Welcome, everyone. My name is Mo, co-founder and CEO here at SkillHat. I am super excited to have the 8th edition of the SkillHat Tech Career Accelerator Demo Day. Woo! 8th cohort. Today's going to be super exciting. We are here to witness a lot of innovation. Now, this is actually cohort 8. Should have updated that. There we go. We're going to see a lot of innovation today. A bit more about who SkillHat is. We are an ed tech company. We train people who are really motivated in tech skills and place them in strategic roles at the world's best companies. We do training and staffing for software development, product management, business analysis, agile project management, Scrum, and user experience design. We're based in Toronto, Canada, and we recently completed our US expansion. You belong here at SkillHat. If you want to transition into technology, strategy, or management. 2, you're a newcomer to US or Canada, or a new grad. 3, you want to get certified or promoted. And 4, you want to hire quality talent. Just to confirm, you can all see my screen, right? All right. So I have a metaphor for you, and I always use this to drive it home. Imagine you had a leaky toilet. The toilet was leaking and it was just kind of nasty. And you could choose between 2 plumbers to fix the same toilet, plumber A and plumber B. Now, plumber A went to the Harvard of plumbing. Essentially, he went to school for a year for plumbing. He watched 100 YouTube videos, but he's never actually fixed a toilet. Now, plumber B, on the other hand, never went to school. Instead, he did an apprenticeship under a master plumber for only 3 months. But in those 3 months, he fixed 10 toilets on your street. Who would you go with? Plumber A or plumber B? Put it in the chat. Okay, I see a lot of people saying B. And no A so far. Interesting. So why? Why not A, and why are we going with B? You can unmute, share your thoughts, or you can put in the chat. Why would we go with plumber A and not plumber B? There we go. Experience. And that is the buzzword and what we're here for. And this program is here to help people who want to get into tech roles build the experience required to land a high-paying job. So lots of folks want to transition into tech from different roles, say they're in customer service or healthcare or accounting, and they want to get into a technology role because it's dynamic and it's a challenge and it has a high potential for income. Or even when they want to switch roles in tech teams, they want to go from being a developer to being a product manager, or from being a BA to being a product manager, or from being a project manager, even to being a BA. I made that switch at some point in my career. But even switching in tech teams is hard because of a few gaps. So sometimes people who finish bootcamp or master's programs have a lot of skills and education, but don't have a lot of experience in a cross-functional team. The world of tech is cross-functional. We're always in teams. We have design teams, delivery teams, product teams, engineering, right? Research. We work in cross-functional teams, whereas a lot of other roles are not cross-functional. Think about a typical salesperson or an accountant. They only work in that function. So a lack of cross-functional experience is a real barrier that prevents people from landing a great job. Another barrier is actually lack of an actual product in the market. So people go into interviews that haven't finished boot camp saying, hey, I built this stuff in boot camp in class, but I don't have any actual product in the app store in the market being used by people. And that, in a tough market, makes it hard to compete against people who have lots of experience. A lot of people who just get into tech don't have a lot of the insight into the industry. They're not as marketable and they don't have a strong enough network. And so these are the problems we sought out to solve with this program, because it's catch-22, where it's, we ask the question, I want to get a job, and they say you don't have experience, but you're telling the interviewer, hey, that's why I want the job. Give me the experience. How do I get the job without the experience, right? And so this is what we're solving with this program. And how it works is over the last 9 weeks, we've had cross-functional teams of developer, designer, product manager, BA, and Scrum Master come together in multiple teams to build an MVP, a minimum viable product. They first did the design and the actual product. They put in a lot of work into this. They put in about 10 to 20 hours per week per individual. And so you're going to see all that work together today. So meet the teams. We have a lot of great teams today. We have 7 teams presenting today. Kasuwa, Flyvest, HiHenrietta, Smart Stock, PennyPath, Afrohub, and FlexSpace. All right, and now we're gonna get to connect with the judges. You guys will hear from the team, but for now, I'm gonna hand it to the judges to introduce themselves. I'll just go in order of as we see on screen. Let's go to Docball. My question to you today as a judge is tell us about high level yourself and your background, and two, what are you most excited for today?
All right. Thanks for the introduction, Mo. Can everyone hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So my name is Dapo. Some people call me Dapsy. I know Mo for a very long time. Went to school in Canada in University of Waterloo. So I've been mostly a product manager as well as commercial facing as well. I've worked with companies such as I worked at Microsoft, I worked at William Hill in the UK. And currently I'm building a startup called Beamer. So very much have startup experience. I understand the challenges of working with teams in the development experience, and very excited to see what the teams have put up.
Awesome. Thank you. Nice to have you here, Dapsy. Let's go to Eiley. Tell us about yourself and tell us what you're most excited for today.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. Very excited to hear about all the innovation and the ideas that are going to come out of the teams today. I think a lot of people don't have the courage to pursue innovation because everyone always tells you, oh, the market is saturated or that's not a good business idea. But I think that there's always competition, even with Apple and Microsoft's today. So we always have to pursue innovation. I think that's really important. My background is I've been leading teams around the world for large enterprises, mostly in banking and consulting, and I've just made the switch to healthcare, patient experience, and biopharma. So I am leading our data and AI strategy, but my background is in transformation. I'm an innovation fellow, so I've done innovation at scale, and I also am a serial entrepreneur. I have 5 different businesses over the last couple of years that I've been bootstrapping and building. So I don't glorify the sexy hustle culture. It's unsexy, but entrepreneurship and innovation is a lifestyle choice. And I'm excited to hear all the ideas today. So thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Eiley, this is your second time being here, right?
Yes. Oh, similar names.
But interesting because it's both Eiley and Ali's second time being here. But Eiley, you judged a demo day before. How would you describe the experience from the last time you were here at demo day?
Oh, so much information in a very short amount of time. And I think that it's really like the jumping off point for a lot of momentum that comes next. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
All right, fantastic. And now let's meet Ali Farahat.
Hey everyone, very excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to see what ideas you guys have been working on and the results of those 20-hour days that you have been putting in. A little bit about me. I'm a no-code pioneer, so to speak. I've been in the game for many, many years. A lot of different startups. Most of them have failed, but that's a startup game again. It is all about the courage to keep going and the amount of time that you're willing to put in that pursuit of that idea or that thing that you want to put together or build or show off to the world. I have managed teams in the past in operations, in e-commerce, in building applications. Previously, I was the upstarters. Now I freelance alone under Bella Code. And we specialize in automation and AI currently, but we still build applications. So very eager to hear. I'm very excited to see what you all put together.
Thank you so much. Look forward to hearing the feedback from the judges as we get in. So a bit more about how today's going to run. There's going to be 2 rounds. 2 rounds, okay? The first round will have 4 teams. Second round will have 3 teams. After round 1, the audience will vote for their favorite product. So we have 106 people in the room. Can we just give ourselves a round of applause, please? 106 people here to watch product demos on a Saturday when you could be eating bacon and eggs and having fun with Bay, watching Netflix and chilling. You're here to learn, to watch innovation, to hire. We have a few entrepreneurs in the room who are looking to kind of buy some of the code or some of the design if they like it. We have some investors in the room. We have some recruiters in the room. We have all sorts of people in the audience. So shout out to everyone who's in the room on a Saturday morning. We appreciate your diligence. And so after round one, the audience will vote for their favorite product. And I'll put up a voting link. After round two, we'll do the same thing. And then at the end of all the presentations, the judges will then show their overall highest score. So as each team presents, judges, we would like you to score the teams immediately. Judges, if you look in your calendar invite, you'll see a spreadsheet in the calendar invite. If you can just hop there real quick. When the calendar invite in that spreadsheet, the first sheet, you'll see your name and every single team. When you've gotten there, just comment in the chat, DM me so I know that you guys are ready to go. And that's kind of high level how to go. Okay. So in summary, again, we'll have 3 winners. Audience vote round 1, audience vote round 2, and overall demo day winner. Now, here's the fun part. I don't think a lot of people know this, but the winner of today's demo day will get $1,000, courtesy of SkillHat directly. Yes, Gloria, I see that. Round of applause. She's clapping for herself, but she's feeling like she's going to win it. So yeah, we've invested. We want to invest back into our alumni community. So we've set up a $1,000 prize, which will go to the winning team. Okay, and then in the last cohort, they use that money. They didn't take it and just go eat Domino's with it. They actually use it towards their domain and their hosting, and they're looking to launch their product from the last cohort. So we want to see the same in this cohort. Each team will present for 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes. 3 minutes of the business and the story, and then 3 minutes of the actual product. Okay. Now, teams, please keep the time. We want to stay on time. If you do have to go over by a bit, it's okay. Don't rush it. Take your time. Let your words come out. Let's enjoy the story. You know your product. We don't know the product, right? So take your time and present. If you do go over a little bit, it's fine, as long as we understand you. But of course, if you go too much over, we will cut you off. Okay. After the presentations, judges will ask clarifying questions for another 6 minutes. So we increased this recently because we had some more time today. So judges, you guys can go and ask clarifying questions, provide your feedback, share your experience around the problem, and share your insight into how they're building and give them some advice. Okay. All right. Now you may ask, on what grounds will the teams win today's $1,000 prize? Four criteria. 1, presentation quality. How great is the storytelling? How great is the confidence of the team, the synergy of the team? In terms of, is this a Steve Jobs-like presentation, right? Is this a fantastic blow-away presentation? 2 is the product technical depth and quality, right? So we're looking at what you're demoing, the actual front end, the extent to which you've built certain product features, essentially how great is your code and how does it render? 3 is the design, which is UX. So in terms of the look and feel of the product, how well do we think the look and feel and the experience of the product will solve for the user's pain point you've mentioned? And then 4 is the business in itself. Is this a viable business in terms of how you've presented it? The business model, the revenue streams, your go-to-market strategy, etc. All good? All right, so if so far we are all clear on the timing, 6 minutes per team, the voting, 2 rounds, round 1 and 2, and judges vote, and judging criteria, if we're all clear on that, put a C in the chat so we know we're clear. All right. Hey, I see my man Mark Belish in the chat. Mark is an OG senior recruiter, TorontoJobs.ca, one of the hottest job boards in the city, TorontoJobs.ca. Mark, good to see you in the building. I didn't know you were coming today. All right, so I think we're all clear on it. Remember, we have the Shut Up and Take My Money award across the 2 teams. So if you feel like you're ready to have them take your money, just vote for them when we get to it. With that being said, oh, I do have the wrong order. I'll pop this up later. It's demo time. I'll put up the order later. Let me actually share the order. I realized I didn't update that in the deck. I apologize. Give me 1 second, and I'll paste it so we know the order of the teams, and the teams can be reminded of the order. We're going to start with FlexSpace. Okay, we're going to start with FlexSpace as a reminder, but let me pop open the order. There we go. Okay, so round 1, we'll have FlexSpace, and I'll share my screen in a second, guys. Bear with me. Thank you for your patience. There we go. Okay. So just for the team, so you guys can kind of get ready. Round one, we'll have FlexSpace, HiHenrietta, Kasuwa, and Flyvest. And in round two, we'll have Smart Stock, PennyPath, and Afrohub. With that being said, it's demo time. Let's bring some energy in the room. Let's do a drum roll, a clap as we start with FlexSpace. I'm going to stop sharing and you guys have 6 minutes.
Okay, just to clarify, can everyone see my screen? All right. Good morning, folks. My name is Kola of FlexSpace. Meet Jenny, a proud salon owner in Chicago who currently has 4 empty chairs, which she needs to fill ASAP. At the same time, we have Zach, who's a recent graduate from a beauty school, who's looking to make an income of $5,000 a month and is therefore in the market for a space, a spot, a chair to rent. So you may ask, what's our purpose here? Well, our purpose is to connect beauty professionals and space owners. Why do we do this? You may also ask. Well, the problem is that 78% of respondents stated that they are unable to efficiently connect with the other side of the equation, that is professionals or space owners. This problem is exacerbated by the fact that from those that we spoke to, on average, salons have 2 empty chairs at any given time. All of this means that there's about $10,000 in lost revenue for salons and about $7,000 in lost revenue for professionals. The solution, you may ask, well, the solution to this, we believe, would be to build a conduit between both parties. To that end, we'll speak about the product, which is a digital marketplace, which would serve as the aforementioned conduit. And to enlighten us some more on this in the process, I would hand off to Majek.
Thank you very much, Kola, for a quick intro. And yeah, I go by the name Majek, and I'll be walking us through how Zach is going to be booking a space on our so-called platform called FlexSpace. So as we all know, Zach is a professional that is looking to up his income by $5,000 every month. So Zach is going to come on our platform after signing up and come and look for places and salon spaces that hosts like Jenny have listed on our platform. So Zach stays in Chicago, and then he's going to go with the search box and search for a space in Chicago. So he just might type Chicago in the search box, and then await his result. And then due to our flexibility, we are giving our users ability to use our filter so that they could choose whatever they want for themselves. So that's that going through the filter, and then it comes back here where he can actually see the result of his search. Larry, he sees Leo Baba Salon, Glimmer Cut, and then he can select whichever one he wants. So this is Leo Baba shop that Zach wants to look into if he's going to book this very awesome space. So these are looking at the available hours that Jenny, the host, has listed about the salon, space rules, and all of those that the host has listed. He chooses to book this particular space. And due to our flexibility, due to the name we call ourselves FlexSpace, you can book either hourly or daily. And you can book either hourly or daily. And this is where our flexibility comes in. We want our user to be able to be flexible while booking on our platform. So Zach goes ahead and goes the hourly route, and then he's going to check in because he's doing hourly. He's going to tell us the time he comes in and the time he goes out of the salon. So he goes the hourly route. He continues to check out. So this is where the booking confirmation is being done, where he can see the details of the salon he's booking in case he wants to change his mind. He can see the date, he can see the pricing details and the payment method. But right now, Zach cannot go ahead without selecting the payment method. So he comes there, he adds his card into the platform so that he could complete his booking. So he gives us his name, Zach gives us his card number, every necessary details that I needed for him to complete the booking flow, the CVV of his card, and then the billing address. City of Chicago, because that's where he stays. State is Illinois. And then Zach gives us the zip code. And then Zach can actually add his card to the platform. Upon adding this card, then it will select the card that has added and then confirm his booking. And then, which brings Zach to this page where you can see his upcoming booking, pending booking, and past booking. And this is the short flow that like Zach we used to complete a booking on our platform, in which we at the end of the day generate profit for him and also for Jenny, who is the host. And I'll be handing over back to Kola, who will be telling us the reasons why someone like Jack and Jenny would choose our product in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you very much for a smooth demonstration, Majek. And as we've just seen, Jenny and Zach end up being able to connect with one another by booking that space, which allows them or enables them rather to generate much needed revenue. You may then ask the question, why not? Well, what we found was that there's an increasing demand, or should I say expectation of users to see digital solutions to their challenges. This is in addition to the means of solving this challenge existing. Furthermore, we also found that there's an annualized growth in the beauty industry of 6% per McKinsey. All of these are reasons to solve or were reasons to solve or resolve this challenge right now. You may then ask us, okay, we understand we can solve that, but what's the market size really? Well, again, we found that there are roughly 1.5 million beauty professionals in North America per BLS, in addition to over 500,000 licensed salons in North America. These are numbers that are very attractive, in addition to the available market being over $1 billion per annum, of which 200 million are obtainable. And to clarify, of this market rather contains the likes of barbers, nail techs, hairstylists, etc., that we would be targeting with this product. You may then ask us, okay, we've heard all that, but why is FlexSpace above and not the competition? Well, looking at this, it's evident that FlexSpace does better than the competition. For example, we are the only ones who charge 20% or less in service fees as against the industry standard of 30% plus. In addition to features such as in-app communication, where we excel over the competition. Now, how would we generate revenue, you might also ask? Well, first means it's through service fees. Our service fees are attractive because they're 7.5%, which means that we would generate $11 per transaction. In addition to subscription fees, various partnerships, advertisements, and referrals. With respect to partnerships, we have secured a partnership for launch with a finance organization, some of whose clients include beauty professionals, which we believe will be beneficial for not just ourselves, but also our partners. And next up, the team. Well, this team that you see is responsible for everything that we've seen thus far. We have our business analysts in Irony and Faith, as myself, the product owner. We have our designers, one of whom you just heard from in Majek, and then we have our developer in Vadim. Now, one may also ask, we have all these clients, how do we retain them? Well, we do so through things like rewards and promotions, because we find that these are the means that would usually keep people on board with respect to satisfaction. Finance. Well, this product has the potential to pay itself back in about 2 years, over 227% in return on investment, and a benefit to cost ratio of well over 3%, which are in the league for acceptable new ventures, as we understand. We have to give an ode to our product coach here, who has been very supportive, provided apt guidance, and encouraged our pivot from our previous challenge, which occurred during week 3, where we found that the time constraint prevented us from really doing as well as we wanted to do with respect to the prior challenge. Next steps. Well, what we plan to do, frankly, is continuous testing and feedback, because we know that unless we received app feedback, we will be unable to continue to churn out iterative and useful products, following which we would incorporate, launch, and try to raise some funds. You can contact us via the email address on your screen. And that's pretty much it from us today. Thank you very much for giving us your time, and we'll take any questions that you may have for us now.
All right, let's give FlexSpace a round of applause. And then if you are in the room on the chat, you could put your thoughts in about their presentation. So we'll flip the order of feedback. So we'll have Ali go first with thoughts, questions, and feedback. We'll go to, Ali, A-L-I, and then Ailey with the E will go after, and then Dakbo will go and provide feedback last. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, amazing presentation. Very nice idea. I think is pretty focused. Some questions though. We did see a presentation of the application where a professional is booking with a saloon, but I don't have enough information about how the saloon will handle the booking. As you know, in reality, not every person that wants to book a space will actually go through to booking a space, even if a payment is made. They won't always show up. How is that handled? Second, what if the professional booking in a saloon, it is basically the host doesn't want him to be there, or he's gonna perform or do a service that shouldn't be done in that specific saloon. Don't know how you guys are handling that as well. So if you tell me a little bit about that, I would appreciate it.
Thank you. And all right, so to answer that, just to clarify, I think your first question was with respect to how the salons themselves will handle bookings, and the second was with respect to if a professional comes in and does something that goes against, say, for example, that salon's policy.
Well, not necessarily come in. What if he's being rejected by the host? The host doesn't want him to be there, or he's rejecting the booking.
Okay, so to clarify, I'll start with the second question first. At the end of the demo, you may have seen a little pop-up at the top of the screen, which stated that the booking request had been submitted. So what actually happens? Yes, it's a request. We do have an instant book feature, but it's a booking request, which allows or enables rather the host to either accept or reject any such attempts to book their space. In addition to that, with respect to our terms of service, which we are working on, that would also inform whomever's on the platform of exactly how it works, even though they can see it themselves. This way, they're aware that various salons have their own policies and can choose to either accept or reject any requests. So with respect to how they handle bookings, it's quite similar. Any request that's sent in through the platform can be accepted or rejected unless that salon has the instant book feature enabled.
Okay.
All right. And then you answer Ali's first question?
Yep.
Yeah, I related it to
Okay.
I related it to the first. The first was with respect to how salons would handle the bookings.
Fantastic. Thank you. Great question, Ali. Let's go to Eileen.
Hey guys, great presentation. Thank you. I think in terms of business viability, I've seen quite a few different groups trying to tackle this go-to-market opportunity for sure. By saying that though, like I said before, the market's not saturated. There is huge opportunity to connect supply and demand when it comes to physical space and people needing services, especially last minute when a lot of consumer-driven behavior today is last minute. And, as humans, we're flaky and we don't want to make plans too ahead of time. And then sometimes we wake up and be like, oh, I feel like getting a haircut today, right? So the market is huge. I think some of the challenges I've seen other companies tackle is localization. So really to kind of Ali's point, how do we get the barber shops or the vendors to be able to sign up to technology when there is a barrier to technology in their knowledge as well, right? Because we're asking hairstylists to now embrace the digital experience. So I think if you're pitching these ideas going forward, it's really important, even in the short 6 minutes that you have, to show both sides of your ecosystem, because I think that also enables you to elevate your business viability. Because yes, we saw the journey of what it would be like as the consumer, but the other barrier where a lot of companies are facing is trying to get the adoption from salons. So I'm wondering, in terms of my question, what's your kind of strategy, your go-to-market strategy of trying to start small? And do you find that, geographically in Toronto, for example, versus the suburbs versus, more remote locations, how are you kind of balancing your digital ambitions with your physical limitations?
So what we're focusing on is several markets where the numbers are more palatable, such as Toronto, specifically the downtown urban areas in Toronto. In addition to that, we've had conversations with various influential parties in that space who are able to bridge that gap. So for example, an individual we had a conversation with is able to plug us into a network of roughly 4,000 different people, many of whom are barbers, hairstylists, and a good number of whom actually own salons. So that's one route that we are pursuing, in addition to another awareness campaign via the advertisement SEO route. But we believe again that with respect to networking and having these conversations in person, we would generate more buzz. Sorry,
Okay,
that
awesome.
was distracted, but
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah,
All right.
awesome.
All right, thank you guys. We have about a minute and a half. Dr. Bo, do you have any thoughts, questions, or feedback?
Yes, I do. So great presentation. I love the idea. I personally love working on marketplace products. Very interesting space, but it's always a challenge balancing the supply and demand. So my question to you is, what do you have in place to avoid circumvention once the I guess the service provider connects with the space?
that's a very good question that we've thought about often. Well, there are a couple ways where we plan to do that. I think it was on the presentation as well. We have a rewards system, which essentially rewards, let me not say good behavior, but good performance all around, both from the product side, the professional side and the salon owners. So for example, when both sides meet certain thresholds, they will be eligible to be featured on our landing page, which would give them a lot more exposure. Because with respect to our landing page, that is not the platform itself. When people interact with our CTA buttons anywhere, that's the first place that they get to. And we have a section on there that's essentially built to showcase salons or professionals. So should they meet certain thresholds, they would be featured on these pages. We believe that's good incentive to keep them coming back and using the platform. In addition to that, we have certain promotions where, for example, we could ask them, okay, referrals. If they refer X number of people, they get certain discounts from subscriptions or service fees. There are also the benefits that they will get from subscriptions in themselves. For instance, subscriptions would generally also reduce the service fees that they have to pay. And again, for every period of time or however long they've been on the platform, there are other benefits that they would receive from us, which would save them on the funds. Through all of these means, we believe that we will be able to retain a large percentage of our clients.
All right, and with that being said, we're at the end of the judges' response to FlexSpace. I'm seeing some good scores from the judges already. I can just say that. I want to just have you all give them a round of applause as we go to the next team, please. Thank you, FlexSpace. Let's go to the next. HiHenrietta. Okay, so Henrietta, you have 6 minutes. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Hey.
Everyone see my screen and hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, perfect. So how many of us here today have put off going to the doctor when we're sick? Let me guess. If you have a headache, you know you can use a pain reliever. It's just time consuming. I just wait and see. The doctor didn't believe me. This is what some of you said to us when we asked you about your experience with the Canadian healthcare system. Hi, my name's Renata, and I'm one of the product managers for HiHenrietta, an app designed to put healthcare at your fingertips and support doctors and patients. Let's face it, the Canadian healthcare system is broken, and we face a monumental crisis where unnecessary deaths and long wait times are a reality for those of us who reside here. Now, our physician shortages mean that 8 million people in Canada, which includes some of you on the call right now, are currently without family doctors, leading to clogged walk-in clinics and emergency rooms and poorer health outcomes. And how people are navigating it today, search engines, loved ones, medical books, walk-in clinics and ER times, what they're lacking is urgency, accuracy, and even empathy at times. Which is why we've built a better solution that helps Black people self-diagnose sooner, empowering them to act by managing their conditions at home, and then only going to the doctor for pressing needs, reducing the strain on walk-in clinics and the ER system. So why now? Well, statistics show that you're 30% more likely to be misdiagnosed if you're Black or a woman. And the longest waiting walk-in clinic times in Canada are around 3 hours. And delays to medical necessary care can actually cost you almost $3,000 out of pocket. At HiHenrietta, we feel that we can do something better for someone like Jane, a Black professional who, like many of us, hates long walk-in times and won't necessarily take the steps to get care unless it's absolutely necessary. Siona is going to show you how we solve Jane's problems using the solution our developers coded with a LEMP stack. Take it away, Siona.
Thank you so much, Renata. So Jane has found our product via a Google search. She is registered, and now she's going to start the symptom analysis. The first thing she's going to do is let the app know that she has a really bad headache. Then she's going to let the app know that she's had these symptoms for less than 48 hours. She's not sure what side the headache is on. She knows it gets worse when she bends forward. The intensity is pretty severe. She doesn't have other symptoms. Her pupils are the same size as one another. She hasn't become less alert, and she's not having difficulty moving any of her limbs. She'll reaffirm that she's had these symptoms for less than 48 hours. And because of the input she provided, HiHenrietta will recommend that she seek medical attention right away. From there, Jane will end the assessment and let us know that this was helpful. From there, she can go back to home. In a future state, HiHenrietta would support Jane to connect with medical professionals. So now she's back on the home screen. She will hit settings so that she can log out and to secure her private information. It is now the next day. Jane has checked her email and found a message from HiHenrietta. Like a good friend, HiHenrietta has checked in to see how Jane is doing. Jane will select the call to action to provide us with an update in the app. She will log in, submit her two-factor verification code for security purposes, verify her account, and here is the prompt to provide us with an update. She will go ahead and submit that update, let us know that her symptom analysis was accurate and that this was confirmed by a medical professional. She's feeling better today. Her symptoms have improved, and that she did seek medical care. She'll go ahead and hit submit. And now she has some time to check out her personalized health recommendations. The first one will catch her eye. She'll take a look and explore, but then she'll realize that she's actually read this information before. So she'll go to the kebab menu and let us know that so that she can enjoy the rest of her personalized health recommendations. And so that concludes our demo presentation. I will now pass it back to Renata. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Siona. Now let's talk about our secret sauce. While health chatbots aren't a novel concept, we do have 5 key differentiators, including our focus on Black people, community partnerships, and medical record integration. And our mission-driven team is 100% diverse and has personal stake. Initial feedback has been positive, with users highlighting benefits such as health advocacy and going deeper than Dr. Google. And better yet, we have 38 people with skin in the game who've been waiting for us to launch our beta app. We hope to build on this momentum through driving awareness with social media engagement and campaigns in the pre-launch stage. And then we're going to be aggressive with digital campaigns in our launch phase and encourage testimonials to build social proof post-launch. Now let's talk about the numbers. The health chatbot industry is set to balloon to 1.35 billion within the next decade, and we're eyeing an $8.4 million slice of that pie. So how do we make money anyhow? When Jane realizes the value of our app, she then starts paying $10 a month to pay for the premium package, which would provide her with deeper health insights. Advertisers pay for sponsored content and articles every time. And physicians pay each time we provide Jane with in-app referral with a 10% referral fee. Now, we project that we'll break even by year 2, thanks in part to our revenue streams, which should scale with our user base. Our research shows that the chatbot industry is projected to grow at about 18% per annum, and we feel confident in our assumption given that 75% of the people we shared our waitlist with signed up. Now, we've learned 3 key things along the way. Waiting costs your health and your finances. People want us to handle their data with care, and personalized tips will help us, our candidates, self-advocate. Now, we're currently in the development stage of our product lifecycle, and we aim to acquire physician advisors before we launch the beta app for testing. Also on our roadmap is importing medical data, looking to partner with apps such as MyChart and diversifying our revenue streams. Now, who's ready to join the movement to redefine healthcare for Black people? Please scan the QR code now to join our waitlist. We are HiHenrietta, and thank you for listening to us. We'll now take your questions.
All right, let's give them a round of applause, please. Let them know how you felt about their work in the chat. Let's give them some energy and some love. Thank you to the HiHenrietta team. All right, we'll leave the QR code on for a bit if you guys want to scan and join your waitlist for their personalized AI health chatbot. We'll start with Eileen Hickson for feedback, and we'll go to Dakwa, and then we'll end with Ali.
Thank you. Thank you. Great presentation. Obviously, I'm in the healthcare space, so it's appealing to my vanity and my domain expertise as well. But honestly, the healthcare space is also really difficult to address, right? Because a lot of people who have not had experience in healthcare still realize it's a problem, and everyone's trying to solve this. So I think, scale is going to be definitely challenging. But as you think about your ecosystem and, you've put a lot of thought into data security, which is always one of the questions. But how have you thought about like keeping the information relevant and getting professionals like doctors or healthcare professionals to be able to contribute to the information that is being generated and stored within the back end of your application to make sure we're giving the most update and most relevant? Because I think that's definitely a challenge.
And thank you for asking that question. One of the things that we've actually budgeted for is making sure that we have at least one on-staff doctor who will be an advisor and make sure that that information is relevant. We know just based on our research that Ada Health, which is one of the largest apps with the self-diagnosis space, they actually have 60 doctors worldwide on staff. So we'd have to look at scaling once we get bigger. So right now, tackling that with one doctor.
Awesome. And just a secondary question, when it comes to competing, right? Like I think everyone wants to solve the healthcare industry. So competition, I would say, is soft in a way because no one wants to outbid someone else that's trying to help healthcare because everybody needs it right now. But how are you going to participate in an ecosystem where the market continues to grow?
I think that's a great question. So something that we found is that there are different ways of tackling this problem. So right now, there are hospitals in Canada that are actually using AI technology to prioritize healthcare. So for example, we know that the ER waiting rooms are swamped. So they're actually trying to figure out who they need to see in the next 2 hours. If our app can be a trusted resource, maybe we can help our people get to the front of the line because they've already done the triage. They don't need to see the triage nurse, or they can see the triage nurse and validate it. So I think that's something that could set us apart. The other thing that Buoy Health is doing right now is they're actually partnering with employers. So for example, New York Times, what they're doing is because in the States, and the States is one of the markets we're looking at, they have to pay for health insurance. And the challenge with that, of course, is it can be really expensive. So if it's something that you can actually manage at home, you're able to divert to the lower expense and lower expense thing. So it actually keeps insurance rates down. So I think there's a lot of ways that we can monetize and make ourselves competitive, especially since we're focusing specifically on the Black segment.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I love that you're thinking about how your app pertains to the journey of the patient from your app to the hospital triage system. I think that is a very encompassing and very compelling viability, but also journey. So great job, team. Really awesome.
Thank you, Eileen Hickson, for your feedback. Let's go to Dakwa.
Okay. Thanks for the presentation. Great presentation, and it touches home because I've actually launched a telemedicine business in Nigeria. We've actually grew it to about 1 million users. So I fully understand your problem. So I have a couple of questions speaking from experience. So first one would be, I love it. It looks like it's focused on primary care, if I'm correct. But it seems like the user journey isn't complete, right? And what I mean by that is, I know when there's an emergency, you advise them to seek medical care. But it would have been nice to see you guys being able to help them find that second stage of being able to speak to that medical care. So my question to you would be, what do you see as the potential growth opportunities for your service or your product?
So while we showed you the here, go to the doctor flow today, we actually have a separate flow that shows you here, you have a migraine, go lie down, take medication and so on. But for today, we wanted to show this particular view. So I think in terms of future state, it's going to be important to, in terms of our advertising, we're going to communicate to people the flow that actually shows the value of the advice. So that's one part of it. The other part, I think, is the personalized advice. So 44% of the respondents that we spoke to said that they are desperate for personalized health tips. So, you know, you're at home, you are trying to figure out how to take care of yourself. Our app is going to do that because it's learning about you over time. Our testing found that people actually want to share their private information with us. When we gave them the option to skip, they were like, no, no, no. We actually want to populate that because the app is getting to know about me and is giving me better insight. And so we're going to do better than Google. So I think that's what's one part that's important, as well as partnering with Black doctors. Something that we're hoping to do as our next stage is actually partnering with an organization like the Black Health Care the Black Health Care Professional Network, so that we can start to really make a difference.
Awesome.
All right, thank you for your response. Thank you for your question. Let's go to Ali Farhad.
Yeah, great application. I built so many of those in the past, and I have so many questions, but time is limited. So I'm gonna ask away at a couple of key questions. I agree with Depo. The user journey isn't complete. The problem that you presented is about doctor shortages, but the application didn't really offer anything to solve that problem. So I think there's a gap there, and something is missing. I want to also touch about medical records, medical data, HIPAA compliance, how that is a big pain point for any business if not handled correctly. But what concerns me the most is your diagnosis system. How do you put that together? How is it validated? Is it giving the right advice? There is, when we're talking about patients and we're talking about medical histories, for example, I don't know, I'm just going to shoot an example out there. If the AI is giving a recommendation for them to take an off-shelf medication that they could have allergies for. So there's some legal and some medical practice research that you'll have to do there. What it feels to me is that even if the journey drops off, so for example, let's say you do have a patient, they're onboarded on the application, they do have the chat, they do get the recommendation. How do you keep users coming back to the application? Personalized recommendations are not always the best way, in my opinion. Check-ins are great only if there's a condition that they have shared with you, they want to check in with them later. But between that and between the other visits could be many, many months. So I just want to hear some ideas that you guys have about keeping users engaged, because it feels like there's a gap. If I am onboarded today and I share that I have a medical condition, great, you know, the medical condition was fixed the next day. How do you keep me coming back?
Okay, so I think you touched on a few different things.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So HIPAA compliance is something that we talked about. We did the research ourselves, but realistically, we're going to have to get, this is where the partnerships piece is going to be important before we can even consider a beta launch. So realistically, we're going to have to get legal in our corner. So that's step one in how we deal with that. And beyond HIPAA, there's also, I think, PHIPAA in Canada. So those are two different things that we've thought about. The other thing is, how did we put it together? So right now we put it together with ChatGPT. The thing about ChatGPT is right now it's better in terms of statistically, ChatGPT and even Google's medical AI, it's doing as good or even better than doctors. But we're not trying to replace doctors at all. This is why we're going to make sure we have doctors who are partnering with us to make sure that that information is accurate and up to date. So we're not saying we're replacing doctors, but what we're trying to do is if there is something that's simple enough to handle at home, then in theory, you're not going to the walk-in clinics, and hopefully that will cut down on wait times. We're not telling people to use a specific medication. We're saying to you, use the pain medication. So then we're not saying use Tylenol, and it turns out that you have an allergy to that. So I think that kind of takes care of it. Of course, we're going to have extensive terms and conditions to take care of that piece. Coming back to the app, one of the things that is in development right now is daily mood check-ins. So something that we want to do is mental health is like really important to the Black community. Our research found that essentially we're sort of being left behind in that regard. So they're not catching it fast enough. So that's one of the reasons why mental health check-ins is so important to our app. So basically there'd be a daily mood input. So people are coming back and then they're tracking their journey. This is a really important market for us because right now the mobile health app market is about $32 billion because people are so invested in their health. So there are people who are like you who aren't going to be coming to the app unless you've got something serious, but then there are actually people who are more health conscious. That's why Apple, the Fitbit, Apple Watch, all of that stuff, like people are spending like $1,000 on wearables, whereas we're charging nothing for free. People Google their symptoms every day. So I think that's something that we're thinking about. So I would say the way that we're keeping the users engaged is the mood check-ins.
All right. And with that being said,
I just have a follow-up question to that.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about concentrating in a specific area? Like medical is so big, right? We talked about mood check-ins.
Yeah.
We talked about personalized recommendation. Did you ever guys think about just pivoting a little bit or changing your model just a little bit, that your focus, for example, on pregnancy or newborns or diabetes, for example, management? And that could be your entrance or your gate to that market, because the market you're currently targeting seems so large. There's so much misinformation in that market. People are the worst self-diagnosers, by the way. They always assume that they have the worst disease in the world, right? When you diagnose yourself.
Yes.
So, yeah. So have you ever thought about taking it that way?
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I'm hoping, okay, so I'm actually just gonna, Mo, you're gonna have to forgive me, but I have to share this with you. I'm glad that you asked that, because one of the things that we did was we asked people to rate app features, and Tracker for my child's health and Tracker for pregnancy actually came in just below the condition-specific support appointment scheduling. So it's a really great idea, and you've given us something to think about, because the data supports that. So we'll take that away. Thank you so much.
Great. I'm
All right. We are well over time, guys. So we're going to just give them a round of applause to say great job to HiHenrietta. Thank you. And great questions from the judges as well. Good to see everyone was locked in and focused. Again, appreciate the diligence here on a Saturday morning. All right. We're going to go to our next team. Our next team is Team Kasuwa. Let's give them a round of applause again as they come up. We have two more teams in round one. We'll take a break. Okay, so let's go with our last two teams for round one. Kasuwa, over to you. You have 6 minutes.
Thank you. Lisa?
Okay. Yes, just sharing my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes. Thank you. Morning, everyone. My name is Greg Antoni, co-BA and product manager of Team Kasuwa. What is Kasuwa? Kasuwa is a web page growing to an app intending to connect creators, brands to collaborative opportunities. Why, you ask? Well, quite often, creators and brands often miss their connection points. Creators get overwhelmed with scams and get lowballed in terms of payment. Brands have a hard time finding the right influencers and creators that align with their products. How we help with this? Well, for example, let's say you're a creator. Let's go with a podcaster. She's established a good following over the past 6 months. She focuses on a specific niche, and she intends to keep her following going. But she needs collaboration to keep her information steady. A brand is seeking someone who can help promote their products and what they have to offer. They miss each other. Now, let's look at the journey and how they find each other.
So I'm Janelle and I'm a creator. So I came upon Kasuwa and I just had to sign up. So here I am. And it goes to my profile. So the first thing I do is I upload my profile picture. I put in my name. My bio. And my handle. I also have the option of choosing an experience that I am confident in. So now I am able to start searching for opportunities. So far, I see 2 opportunities that I am interested in. Here's one, scripts for 3 20-minute podcast episodes. So I would like to know more about it. So I see a description and I also see the ability to apply. I think that I have the skills to do a good job. So I'm going to let them know that I am interested in this opportunity. I'm going to upload a sample of my work. And submit. The next step is for a company to shortlist me. I'm invited for an interview, and if all goes well, I'm selected. Awesome. In the future, I will be able to use a payment gateway to give Kasuwa its cut. I will also be able to collaborate with other creators and know that my personal information is safe and sound. Back to you.
So now we've seen what it looks like from a creator perspective, and next we're going to see what it looks like from a brand perspective. So coming into Kasuwa, we select that we are a brand, and we will put in information like our brand name, the brand rep name, email address, and create the account. Next, we'll select what genre of content our brand is focused on. So Glowing and Growing is focused on health and wellness and lifestyle and education. So we'll select that. And now we can create our account. Next up, we'll put a little bit more information on the industry. So mental health and wellness, what the brand is about. So it's an edutech company focusing on helping Black women build resilience, and put our brand website as well. Upload a photo of our brand logo, and now we're ready to see creators. So immediately we're taken into the platform where we can see creators who are available on the platform and who may be part of the target demographic that we're looking for. We can swipe through, but it seems like our brand rep wants to create a post. So she will first go to her postings and select to create a new posting. So the content category associated with this would be health and wellness, lifestyle, and education. And she's looking for someone who can create short form or long form video content. She will input the pay range as well as a little bit more about the opportunity. So looking for a content creator who's focused in mental health, self-help, and women's empowerment. And next she can create the opportunity post. Once that's been created, when she goes to her postings page, she can see all her open opportunities. She can see who has applied, and click to go to the creator profile, and then click to chat with the creator as well. So that's it for the demo, and I'll pass it back to you, Greg.
Thank you, Lisa. That was our product designer, Lisa Fundu. What makes Kasuwa different is that it provides visibility for the brands as well as the creators with their collaboration efforts and campaign matching. The monetization effort comes from paying for profiles, paying for posts, and also getting a percentage of a certain payment level, over a certain payment level. Next slide, please. Why? No. Recently, the creator in market has been growing more. Collaboration efforts are more beneficial because social media has been growing. This is a missing target market that many businesses fail to target on. quite often. Minimum segment market, we hope to capitalize on at least 0.5% of this. Our key partners are also the creators and the business alike, because without them, we don't have a business. They're our partners, they are our customers as well. We have to capitalize on at least 0.5% of the segment market of the 5 million, which would give us about 2.5 million, and hopefully in 3 to 5 years of business. Our team is small and growing, and we hope to continue our development process. With your support, we hope to accelerate our product development, grow our team, and establish a strong market presence against our competition. Invest now, and be able to leverage our potential in a growing market and reap significant returns for your investment. Thank you for your time. We'll take your questions now.
All right, let's give Team Kasuwa a round of applause. Connecting creators and brands. I'm gonna ask the judges to go once, try to ask one question or two at the max, and then any other questions we could put in the chat so that the teams who are coming up in round 2 have enough time as well. So I will start off with Dakball on the feedback round, and we'll go to Ali Farhat and then Eiley Hickson. Go ahead, Dakball.
All right, thank you, Greg. Great presentation. Again, this is a space I'm very passionate about again. So I have loads of questions, but I'll say 2 questions. I know Mo said 1, but I'm going to give 2. First one is, in terms of your target customer, it seems like you've segmented, or you haven't thought about a potential target market that may be huge users of your product, which is the marketing agencies. A lot of brands these days go through agencies. So I don't know if you've thought of that in your product and how you can embed it so that they can work with multiple brands on the product. That's number 1. And number 2 is again the problem that you're solving doesn't. It's not crystal clear. Is it more of a discovery problem you're solving, or is it the management of the relationship with them? I didn't quite get that from the presentation.
We have the option of both, but it's really a discovery problem because creators often do not find the right opportunities. And sometimes it is hard for brands to find creators that actually align with the opportunities they have available.
Okay, so it's the matching.
Yes.
All right.
And just to add to that, the emphasis is on the value alignment too. So the brand is looking for a creator that has an audience that is tapped into their target, which is mental health for Black women.
Sounds good. Let's go to Ali Farhat.
Yeah, I love the problem that you guys are solving. And I attempted this in the past myself, right? That was many, many years ago. And it's a big problem to solve. It's not something easy to solve. And I have firsthand experience working with, digital content creators and actual companies that are looking for digital content creators. I have 2 questions that will really kind of define the product and the direction that you guys are going down. First of all, it's not about just content creation, right? The whole idea behind a brand going to create content is to generate engagement, to create discovery, to create an experience. I didn't see anywhere in a platform where you guys bring that information forward about the content creator. Like, how did his last post was doing? How well did it do? How many comments did it get? How many shares does it have? That stat is really, really important because it's not about really the content. The content, has to do something for the business.
Well, this is where the creator's profile comes in, where they can see what they have available.
I agree with you, but in my opinion, I don't believe that's enough. It's because if a content creator specializes in the fashion industry and then they accept a job that does something in makeup, they're both beauty, for example. Let's just call them that. There are better examples out there, but they might not do so well in that space. They have a following. That following You know, they follow that specific content creator for something, and they're not good at every single thing. Like, I'll throw you an example. My sister, she has over 1 million followers, but she will never do a post for me if I ask her to promote my business, because that goes against her standing, and it goes against about where she wants to be and who she wants to target. And I think that's really important to make clear, right?
And this is when businesses have the option of shortlisting their candidate.
I agree with you, but it's about the content. It's not just about the content creator. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm coming off a bit too aggressive, but I'm trying to help, really. Yeah.
No, okay.
In terms of discovery as well, and this is a problem that I think everyone's facing, is it would be really, really nice to see a platform where you can discover creators that are from the same community you are, that are around you, that have some proximity to you, so you can reach out to them in a more kind of neighbor to neighbor kind of fashion. I think that is missing from that space. There's a lot of creators out there that have a few thousand followers or 10,000 followers that we don't see, even though they live beside us, because the algorithm didn't bring them forward to us. And I think as a business or somebody running a business, I would like to know more about these people who are around me so I can engage with them. And that's something that I would love to see as well.
All right.
Other than that, I love the idea. I love where you guys are going with this. I think it's going to do great if it's positioned well.
Thanks for the thoughtful feedback, Ali. Let's go to Eiley Hickson.
Thanks, team. Great presentation. I'm going to forfeit my question in the interest of time, but I love that you are focusing on the content creator and the brand's purpose and mission, because I think there are a lot of companies trying to do this, and this doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, because you should. This is a huge underserved market, but where that personalization and customization, which is where it's going in the consumer generation, I think focusing on honing in on that personalization and aligning mission and brand together and what people stand for personally is really going to be your differentiator. So great job.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Great. We did it all in time for this team. Fantastic. Let's give them a big round of applause to Team Kasuwa. All right. All right. All right. We have one final team for round one. And the next team is Team Flyvest. You guys ready to go? All right. All right. Let's welcome Team Flyvest. You have 6 minutes.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull up my screen here. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome. My name is Chemi Yisa. I am one of the project managers for the team. Picture yourself a young graduate that just landed your first adult job. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Not really. You are having to pay back thousands of dollars in student loans in addition to your recurring bills. Any plans to purchase a home, embark on an investment is put on hold. Online financial resources are daunting, intimidating, confusing, overwhelming, even worse, generic. We surveyed and interviewed over 50 young adults from ages 16 to 35 in North America. 80% of these individuals expressed the great impact a personalized financial guidance would have had on their life. What's the solution, you ask me? Let me introduce to you Flyvest, a financial literacy app that adds the personal to finance. You get the human connection, simplified learning, and the support of a community to help in achieving your financial goals. Let's take a look at what one of our users, Anna, had to say about the mobile app.
All right, great. Can we get a full screen at this point?
I recently discovered the Flyvest mobile app. As someone who often struggles with navigating their finances, I'm eager to...
All right, can I ask you guys to pause, please? This is Mo. Can I ask you guys to pause? I can't really hear the audio. So if whoever's sharing, maybe pause sharing, and then when you share again, click the share sound button. So the audio comes out a bit clearer. So when you share, click share sound if you haven't done that already.
Okay. All right, let me unshare and share again and see.
Because I have that you before.
Hear it at all, or it was just low?
It was low.
It was low.
Just ensure you're clicking share sound when you share. That's all. And then just go ahead. And then lastly, if you can make it full screen, that'd be much better.
Just
Is this
hit F11 on your keyboard.
Is that any better in sound?
You click the share sound button with the Zoom.
I did.
Okay, so then just go ahead. Let's start again. Make it full screen. Just go ahead. We can hear it.
Okay. Right.
The onboarding process.
Yeah, now it was sounding better.
Hi, I'm Anna. I recently discovered the Flyvest mobile app. As someone who often struggles with navigating their finances, I'm eager to explore the features of the Flyvest application. As a new user, I am prompted to either sign up as a learner or a mentor. And I'll be signing up as a learner today, of course. The onboarding process itself is simple and straightforward. To sign up, I am prompted to enter my personal information, such as my name and my email address. Then I get verified. Once verified, I get to tailor my financial learning goals according to my needs. In this case, I am choosing savings, debt reduction, investments, budgeting, and credit score improvement. And with that, I am all done with my setup. Once I'm done with the onboarding process, I am then redirected to the subscription page, in which I can choose from various packages. Because I want the best out of the best and I want the most out of this experience, I will be choosing the premium plan, which includes every single thing from level 1 and 2. In addition, I get access to Flyvest AI Plus, budget template and plans, and 2 coaching sessions per month. With that, I am now a premium member. All right, so this is the moment I've been waiting for. Now that I'm a premium member, I'd like to see what the Flyvest application has to offer. Nice, and did not disappoint. The dashboard itself is rich with educational content, tools, and resources. Take, for example, you can book a one-on-one session with a mentor. Take a look at the community forum to see what everybody else is talking about, where they're at in their financial goals. We have podcast here. On your drive home, listen to a podcast, lounge in front of the TV and watch a video, or use AI, ask AI whenever there's not a human being around. All these is possible within the application. Nice. Let's dig a little bit further into this. Let's book a session with one of the mentors. Okay. All right, so we have a few mentors here. Let's take a look at Adiola. On Adiola's page, it talks about who she is, what she's done, her educational background, her experience and achievements. We have a tab here that talks about all the reviews that she's had. Everybody that's used her talking about how great she is of a mentor. And here, we can book a session too. This is exciting. We can pick a date, time, and just like that, I'm booked. All right, so how about instances where Adiola is not available? Let's say it's 2 a.m. I get a notification on my phone that my credit score went down. We can always ask AI, and that's where they have it, Fly AI. We can ask a question and see what answer it can generate. I love this application because it is indeed personalized. It is a personalized one-stop shop financial literacy resource hub for the youth, and I cannot wait to share this with my fellow friends and family.
All right, so thank you, Anna. I will now turn it over to our business analyst, Ashley, to go over the market analysis.
All right, thank you, Tammy. So we conducted a comprehensive market analysis, and what sets us apart from our competitors is the personalized financial advice and mentorship catered to young adults. Hold on for the slide.
Sorry, technical difficulties here.
There we go. That's okay. Take your time. All right, here we go. All right, so now we conducted a comprehensive market analysis, and what set us apart from our competitors is a personalized financial advice and mentorship catered to young adults in North America, right? So assuming a conservative $10 per month, we have a serviceable optimal market of 210 million over 12 months. And in the financial analysis that we conducted, in the next 5 years, we're expecting to break even within the 3-year mark with a revenue source of subscriptions, affiliate marketing, and ads. Our go-to-market strategy is digital marketing, affiliate marketing with a seamless onboarding process. We will also be leveraging a continuous feedback to give our customers the best quality product in the market. I will now be turning over to our product manager, Diane, to discuss our business models and next steps.
Thank you, Ashley. So you might be wondering what's next for Flyvest. Thanks to Anna, we already have a good idea of some of the features in our MVP. Users will be able to book mentorship sessions, have access to our AI chat platform, and also the community. In 2025, we plan to recruit and onboard more mentors to account for our growing market. We would also have ad placements and affiliate marketing and start to integrate with existing financial apps based on user goals. In 2026, we plan to have our very own in-house financial literacy stack that we plan to market to high schools and colleges so we can meet our younger audience. We also plan to build more corporate and strategic partnerships. In summary, it was a great 10 weeks, but it wasn't without its challenges. Due to time constraints, we weren't able to get as much as we would like from the younger demographic in terms of interviews and surveys. And this is something that we are still working on in future. Also, we had a very diverse team with team members in India, Australia, West Africa, as well as multiple time zones in North America. But we made it work because teamwork makes the dream work. We learned to be resourceful whenever we had lapses. We learned to fail fast and also adapt. We were also able to leverage multiple tools to bring this product to life. This is the dream team that brought this product to life, from ideation, brainstorming, and all the little kinks that went into our research and actually building out the product. I'd like to thank everyone for their contributions, as well as our coach Denise for everything that she did for us. We would like to thank you for listening to our presentation. Join our waitlist. We have Anna as well as 50 other members who are on our waitlist right now and are excited to give Flyvest a go when we do launch. Follow us on our social media, Instagram and X. And also, if you're interested in building out this product and developing it into the application that we would want it to be, please contact us on our email on the screen. This concludes our presentation, and we will now open up the floor for questions.
All right, let's give them a round of applause. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, we'll start with Eiley for questions and feedback.
Thanks, team. Yeah, I've co-founded an educational tech platform a couple of years ago. And what I like about this is you're focused just on one domain, but you're focusing on the customization and personalization to fit the life and the day and attention span of a user. I think one thing we learned is we had quite a number of categories and we overwhelmed users because there were so many categories that they really found it hard to navigate. And we lost customers and acquisition because of it. So I think focusing on financial literacy, you know, obviously there's a lot of players in the market, but absolutely this is still untapped. I don't think anyone that's really cracked this holistically and had really long-term success, given the short attention span of us as humans. But I think that this is really great. I guess the question I just had is who's going to be able to maintain your content and contribute to your content that you're highlighting on the app?
Thank you. Right now for our MVP, what we've done is based on whatever the user selects as their goals, we're able to then build in algorithms that suggest resources and tools that are tailored to that exact information or goal that they're looking for. Because whenever we were going through our current state customer journey, we found that the pain point was that they were just overwhelmed and they were just trying to achieve a singular financial goal. So that's our initial plan. As we mentioned on the roadmap, we want to have our own in-house resources and tools. That would involve a lot of research, R&D, and that's something that we factored into our financials as well, making sure that we're up to date, up to trend, and we have whatever the users are asking for in terms of that financial literacy resources.
Awesome. Awesome. And I know that you probably only had 6 minutes, but I'm assuming there is a mentor journey and UX design flow.
Yes, there is.
In your background. And also think about one thing that we learned along the journey was how much influencers, parents, teachers, coaches, and peers have on the learning experience as well. So really great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Let's go to Dakbal and then we'll finish off with Ali.
Okay. Yes, thanks for the presentation again. So I guess the only kind of question I have would be around I guess what kind of thought you've given to, I guess, giving financial kind of advice. Are there any risks that you may have identified, and how do you plan to solve that?
Yes, our BAs did an analysis on that. Most of when we surveyed individuals, we found that they were more expressive in the surveys than they were in the interviews, and they really want to talk to a person. They really want to see, you know, a person that has all these achievements. As you saw on our design screen, we had, you know, the mentor information, their credentials, their reviews, and, you know, what qualifies them, right, to give that financial expertise. But we found that our users really, really want to have that individualized attention, and just making sure that we're vetting our mentors that we pull into the platform is how we plan to mitigate that. It's the way financial advice works. It's more so like a suggestion, a guidance, right? Not necessarily the mentors telling people what to do. And that's the plan that we would have. It's, you know, users would have a disclaimer knowing that they're just getting guidance, and it's not an absolute. They don't have to do exactly what was said. And the mentors have been vetted and qualified to give that guidance.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you. Any other questions from the group or judges, even the audience? If you have any questions or thoughts, please put in the chat. And then we'll go to Ali Farhad.
I really love the idea. Taking somebody who just graduated and kind of teaching him and showing him the ropes on how to manage their finances. Not only that, giving them person-to-person support, coaching. I think it's an amazing idea. I think you guys will go places. I don't really have any comments, but I do have a couple of questions. Although your user journey is quite clear about where the user is going to start or who is your user, how they're going to sign up, how they're going to be onboarded, it feels like, and I hope this is not the case, it feels like as soon as they're finished the onboarding, they're kind of left to fend for themselves. So as a new user that has no experience with managing financing, I think it's quite a burden to ask that user to, hey, go through these hundreds of coaching profile or coaches and pick one that you think is best. I think there's a possible drop there. Maybe giving them personalized or somebody that they can talk to right away, or somebody to hold their hand for the first 2 weeks or so. I think maybe it will go better. So I hope that's in there someplace.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, is it in there?
Yeah, so what we have right now is recommendations based on their goals, because we believe that we're not trying to give them like a generic, this person is just good with numbers, right? Maybe if their goal is to invest, someone who's like really good at that. If their goal is to pay down debt, someone who has gone through, that debt snowball and all of those methodologies and approaches to pay down debt. So what we have right now in place is recommendations. However, that is a great suggestion to just like connect them with somebody right away and just kind of see if the recommendation really fits what they want. But that's something that we would definitely incorporate into the product.
Great. No, that's great to hear. Are you guys thinking about introducing also savings products into the application? So as you know, as a new student, maybe I have some loans, some debt. Where can I go to, get help with this? Is this bank offering some sort of credit? Is that being considered as well?
Yes, it's on the roadmap. I don't know if Timmy still has a screen, but that's on the roadmap.
Great. That's great to hear.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And with that, we end round one. I think round one took about just an hour and 5 minutes. Not bad. Started at 10:18 for the actual demos. Now it's 11:26. Round two only has 3 teams. So we're doing well on time. Now, one of the fun parts, this is the shut up and take my money section. If you feel like enough talking, I'm ready to give you guys my money. Who do you want to give your money to? I'm going to share my screen. I've also, in the chat, if you guys look in the chat, I've shared a voting poll, okay? It's a voting poll. Click it. This is only for the audience. This is not for the teams or for the judges. Just the audience who are not in any team. I have 136 people here today. Only about 40 should be in teams. So I want to see at least 180 votes. Giving the teams your love and letting them know who you love. One more thing I have to say, remember this context. These guys only met themselves about 10 weeks ago, right? They didn't know they didn't know themselves. They connected, found the idea, talked to users, did the design, and actually coded it all in 9-10 weeks. So with that context, I want you to look in the chat, click it, and put your name and email and confirm what product you love the most today. While that's going on, we'll take a 90-second gap for that. I'll play some music and we'll come back in about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Thank you.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze
All right, good 2-minute break there. Let's just do a quick feeler. We actually don't know who's in the room, but before we go to who's in the room, how's everyone feeling in one word? Having gone through round one, you know, you could be in the audience, you could be a judge. Just put in the chat in one word. How do you feel having seen these demos? How do you feel today having seen these demos? Let's put in the chat in one word. How do you feel today? How do you feel right now? All right, I'm seeing a bunch of comments in the chat. Inspired, there we go. Phenomenal, impressed, excited, fantastic, fantastic. All right, let's see what you guys thought. Let's see what you guys thought. Okay, wow, it's really, really close, really, really close. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll. Okay, I'm gonna close the poll. Just give me 1 second to close the poll, okay? There we go. Close it, and we have, ooh, interesting. Okay, let me pull up the results real quick. You have 69 responses. Wow, 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 wow. I can't believe it. You're not gonna believe it. It's crazy. Let's see. And right now, the winner of the audience vote round one at 43.48% of the votes is Flyvest. Let's give Flyvest a round of applause for winning round one. The second is HiHenrietta. Right, let's give HiHenrietta a round of applause. And the third is FlexSpace. So it's crazy because Flyvest had 30, while HiHenrietta had 29. Unbelievable. All right, fantastic. Who's ready for round two? If you're ready for round two, put ready in the chat and see a thumbs up. Okay, ready to go. If you have any questions, put put it in the chat. Let's see who we have coming up in round 2. Let's pull it up. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to be having 3 teams. For round 2, we have Smart Stock, PennyPath, and Afrohub. So Smart Stock, you're up next. You have 6 minutes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Oniechi, and I'm the product manager for Smart Stock. Today, I'll be taking you through why Smart Stock is the solution businesses have been waiting for. Picture Tola, a business owner who is always on the move, trying to keep track of inventory while handling other tasks, from tracking inventory to placing orders to ensuring everything runs smoothly in her store. Her biggest challenge, managing her inventory efficiently, especially when she's not at her desk. She needs a tool that's not just powerful, but easy to use and accessible from anywhere. This is where Smart Stock comes in. Our solution is very simple yet powerful, and it offers business owners like her an intuitive tool for inventory management that's accessible from anywhere. From real-time tracking to automated alerts to even an AI-driven demand forecast predictions, Smart Stock has been created to take the guesswork out of inventory management to keep businesses running smoothly and efficiently, all from a phone or tablet. Now let's talk about the problem that we're solving. Inventory management is one of the biggest challenges that businesses face today, especially small to medium-sized businesses. Inventory management is quite a complex process that involves a lot of things like tracking the stock levels, managing reorders, and ensuring that goods are supplied in time and your store is always stocked up. So this complexity usually leads to a lot of inefficiencies, especially if your inventory management method isn't efficient or is outdated. So this is why we believe Smart Stock is a solution to these challenges, because we've designed a product that addresses every aspect of inventory management. So it basically simplifies inventory management tasks and allows the business to instead focus on their growth. So basically, in our words, we would say Smart Stock is built to support business growth, is designed for optimal inventory efficiency. Oh, sorry, the fire alarm went off. And is suited to meet the ever-changing demands of businesses. So we understand that businesses need to evolve. So we built a platform that evolves with them, providing them with the flexibility to scale when they need to. Ola, can you take over because the fire alarm is, or our designer is here. So
We actually can't hear any fire alarm. If you can continue, just want to let you know we cannot hear it.
Okay, because fire alarm just went off. Okay, so I'm going to take you through a quick demo of how to use Smart Stock. So first, you can start off by selecting the pricing model that works with your daily operations of your store and your budget, and you can sign up. And then when you do that, it takes you to our dashboard. Then after that, when you signed up, you can then customize the platform to suit your needs. You can set up your reorder thresholds, and you can label your products in a way that is easy to understand and easy to manage for you. And then after that, using our analyze features, you can look through our charts and the data we have provided on the platform to help you make good decisions, business-driven decisions for your business. For example, on our dashboard, we have a chart that will show you the sales of the top selling products you currently have compared to their inventory levels. So you can know when a product is really doing well, but your current stock levels don't match the demand you have for that product currently. And then if you have our premium plan, you can also explore our AI solution. So we have a feature that focuses on demand forecasting, so you can plan your inventory well ahead of time. So it should show you the predicted sales for certain products and then you can then plan your inventory to meet those needs way ahead of time. So before I hand over to all our business analysts to go through the financials, I want to touch on why this product is needed now more than ever. So we know that the data-driven decision-making is something that's becoming more and more important, even with AI becoming a big thing as well. And we also believe that the ethnic grocery store niche is a very, would I say, uncatered to niche, because from the conversations we had with a lot of store managers and store owners, they let us know that a lot of them still use pen and papers for their inventory management processes. So they will use a pen and paper and they will go around the store and see what's still available and what isn't. And then that's how they keep up with their inventory. And that's obviously very outdated and very inefficient. And I can understand that from human error, they will probably make mistakes that would affect their stock levels and their inventory and their revenue in the long run. So this is why we believe that this is the best time for a product like Smart Stock, and this niche, ethnic grocery stores, is the best niche to start Smart Stock with. And I will now hand over to our BA Ola to take us through the financials.
All right, thank you so much, Onye. So looking on the business side of things, considering our market sizing, right now the ethnic grocery market is booming, with stores popping up left and right within the North American space. So we're projecting that our total available market is about 150 million. And the serviceable available market, which focuses more on the people who are ready for that digital transformation, would come up to about 90 million worth of revenue. And for the first 5 years that we plan to, launch our product, our serviceable obtainable market will be about 2 to 5% of the SAM, which comes to about $2.2 million worth of revenue. And that just goes to show, the potential to earn within this niche market. And then moving on to our competition. So Smart Stock is facing, or will be facing, a lot of competition, because this is a very highly competitive market at the moment, with players in the game like Zoho Inventory, we have Subtly, we have Square, Lightspeed. And so what makes us stand out in this market is the fact that we're specialized for these ethnic grocery stores, which are very, very outdated in their methods. And also we have the AI demand forecasting feature, which is something that has not been launched by any of our competitors in the market at the moment. So that makes us, that brings us to the forefront of the market. And also with our seamless integration with POS systems, we're able to provide automated alerts for low stock and expired products, making our product, a very comprehensive solution for ethnic grocery stores around North America. And we were able to come up with a business model that's a tiered pricing system that caters to different sizes of businesses. So, for instance, our basic plan caters more to the smaller sized stores that just have limited or very basic need of inventory management. So they have limited access to those features that we're offering. And for the standard plan at $129, the more advanced or the small to the medium-sized stores can have access to the advanced features, both from the basic plan and some additional features, including full access to the mobile app, as well as more room for supplier management. And then our premium plan is a combination of the standard plan with additional features like the AI driven demand forecasting, a customizable dashboard, and order review automation with premium support for all for our clients. And we are
you have 30 seconds left.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we have 30-day free trial that would help make this a good experience for our clients. And we're projecting that we're going to be able to make a total of 1.8 million in revenue over the course of 5 years, with a total cost of 750,000, and we're hoping to break even within the second year of launching our product, which comes up to a pay period of about 18 months roughly. And our go-to market strategy is to start off by launching our MVP to get some feedback from hand-picked ethnic grocery stores that would help us refine our product even more. And then the beta testing stage, where more of these stores try out our product.
Give me 10 more seconds.
More feedback, and then we'll launch in February. And so this is our product team that has, worked tirelessly to ensure that we get to this stage in developing our product.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to Smart Stock. Let's give a round of applause to the team. Let them know how you felt about their work in the chat. If you're a small business and you have inventory challenges, you can share those challenges, for example. All right. I'm going to kick off feedback with Dakwa, and then we'll go to Ailey, and then we'll go to Ali. So Dakwa, go ahead.
All right. Thank you for your presentation. So really love how it looks. I think for me, I know you say the angle that you want to position the product is for the ethnic market. But I can't really see from the product, I guess, where you're specifying to that particular market. So what I would like to suggest is maybe something like the suppliers, like connecting them to that ecosystem of suppliers, because I think that's the only place where you can really specify to a particular kind of market. So that would be my suggestion.
Yes, so something we did think about, like you saw in our pricing or our business model, the supplier management is something they're also working on to ensure that we have, access or like automated access to the suppliers. So when they're low on stock, they're able to reach out to the suppliers immediately to have it booked, to have those orders or products refilled with our order automation process. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Let's go to Ailey Hickson.
Great job, team. I definitely think that this is another huge untapped market that needs to be solved for sure. I think when it comes to small business, something to think about when you're looking at user adoption, right? A lot more traditional business owners are in the Gen X and baby boomer generations that are running shops, and they don't all have digital savvy children to help them adopt technology solutions. So I think that with the right, change management and hand-holding, there definitely is a value proposition for the older generations to adopt this, because I am 100% sure that the paper and pen method even frustrates them, but they don't know what the solution is. I think the one thing you'll have to consider in your value proposition is just thinking about how much time it's going to take for me to truly yield the benefit of your product, because your product relies on a lot of data input. And if that time that it takes to put in all the data to get the value versus the time it takes for me to do the paper pen, if the digital solution takes more time because we're asking for more data, yes, the insights and benefits are there, but they're going to look at time as a value proposition before they look at data value as the second value proposition. So just take that into consideration when you're thinking about adoption. But I don't have any questions. I think it's a great idea. Thank you.
Sounds good. I'm gonna do something here. So Ailey does have to drop off at 12. She has a hard stop. And I do want her to see the last two presentations. So what we're going to do is for Ali's feedback and questions, you can do it through chat. And then the next two presentations, we'll take Ali and Dapsy. And then the last one will be Dakwa and Ailey. So we can keep it to 2 judges per team so that we get through all the teams and all judges can see it. Sounds good, guys? Thank you so much, Ali, for your consideration. So Ali, please put your questions and thoughts in the chat so we can go to the next team. All right? All right, fantastic. And let's give one more round of applause to Smart Stock. It wasn't an easy product to build, considering that they're not necessarily business owners yet, or store owners, but they talked to these customers and they were able to build something. So great job to the team. Let us go to PennyPath, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Adibanjo, and I'm one of the project managers.
No, if you could raise your voice a little bit. It's a little bit come closer or raise your voice. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Adibanjo. I am one of the project managers for PennyPath. Imagine you were an immigrant parent and you were trying to get your children into financial literacy, getting them to understand money management. That is where PennyPath comes in. We are a financial literacy tool, and we believe in financial literacy through participation, which I will be explaining further as we go ahead. This is our team. And firstly, let's start from the problem statement. So during our research, we realized that even though Canada is a country where financial literacy is quite good when it comes to the immigrant community and more especially the children, it's not so. So we decided to create a financial literacy tool that is more centered around children, because when we did our research, we saw that from the immigrant children make up about 7% for the ages of 5 to 9. And we saw that this was an untapped market because there is nothing necessarily out there that is centered on children's education. And our solution was to develop an engaging and educational financial literacy app. And this incorporates gamification to keep them occupied and short fun videos. We provide tools for budgeting, goal setting, and financial planning. And by doing this, we equip the children because we know that financial literacy is an important part of life. And as you grow up, the more you know, the better decisions you can make. Now I will pass it on to our business analyst, Juliet, to take us through the product demo.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. So next slide, please. So to start off, I'm going to introduce you to Mary. She's a new immigrant to Canada. She's from Colombia. And so she has 2 kids, which she came to Canada with, and so she has the option to add more kids if she decides to. So now, Mary, just to show what her profile looks like, this is what it looks like, the transaction she has completed with her kids. So we're going to take it over to the mission. So the mission right now, you can see she has assigned tasks already for her kids. She has the opportunity to see what's in process, and she has the opportunity to see what is done. In the same vein, she can also decide to set up a new task. So this gives her opportunity to pick any of her kids. So let's say like in this situation, she has 2 kids. So she can pick either Kara or Tam and click on next and decide on which of the missions she wants them to complete. So we have different options and we're coming up with new options. So they can decide to say, okay, I need them to clean the room. She provides the details of what she requires them to do. Click on next, decide if she wants it to be a one-time activity or a recurring activity. So she will decide to make it an everyday thing, set up the time. She wants the task completed and it is done. So, okay, she also has to decide if she wants to give points or if she wants to give real money. So she decides to give real money and she can allot the amount she wants the tax to be what. So let's say she decides to go with $15. That's very expensive mother. She can then assign the mission and automatically that goes in and one of the kids are going to receive that. So that is the interface for the mom. So now let me show you what the kids is going to receive on their own end. So for the kids, we're going to make it more friendly to suit the kids. So what they see is the homepage of the taxes or the transactions that's been completed. As you can see, they can see how much they received, how much they're spending, the balance they have in their wallets. They can go to mission to see what they have to do, what is in process, what is done. And also, if you notice, there's a time set for those tasks. That is very key, and I'll get to that also. So they can decide to, okay, I'm just in the bed, the tax is being done. Immediately the tax is completed, they can click on finish. That information is also sent back to the mom or the dad to see what they need to do. Then The next thing which I would like to notice is the learning aspect, which is very key. Specialists recommend that it's ideal to start teaching your kids about finances from a very young age. So you can see we have created short videos because also specialists mentioned that, especially this new generation, their attention span is a little bit smaller than most people. So they want to spend 30 seconds, 1 minute watching a video. So they can go through the videos, answer the quiz questions, and when they're done, complete the quiz and they get points for it and badges. So if perhaps, let's say they answer the question and they click money, they can see explanation, or if perhaps they're wrong, there's an explanation letting them know the correct answer, because this is a learning platform and they need to learn. So the next thing which we want to encourage is the reward section. So they can see the reward, they can set goal, they can see the number of badges they have, they can see their leaderboard. So this is also to encourage competition for the kids. So let's say we go into the competition, they can say, oh, my sister is stopping me, I need to do better to make more points than her or more money than her. Or so in that way, it just encourages friendly competition among family members, among friends. And also they have the options of setting to change it to a language. Don't forget, we're dealing with immigrants here. So we have the option to change the setting into the particular language that favors them. So thank you very much. So that sees, then you see the homepage and that. So now I'm going to go over to the competitive analysis. So we looked at our direct competitors and our indirect competitors. Our major direct competitors is MyDo, which is owned by RBC, but you also notice we also have indirect competitors like TD, Scotiabank, and these are accounts that are set up for kids. So, but I'm going to see, we're going to do a comparison to see how we stack up to these competitors and how we perform better. So the major thing which we're trying to make emphasis on is the fact that our target is between the age of 5 to 9. That is very key, because in that way it affects how our interface is going to look, because then it's focused on kids. So we can introduce the ability of having like cartoon pictures or something that they understand. We try to keep the language friendly to the kids compared to what our competitors are doing. So as I mentioned already, so we have the parental control, which is also kids, because we're dealing with kids at a younger age. So we want to give the power to the parents to be able to control what the kids are doing.
You have about 30 seconds left.
Okay, spinning through it. So let's look at the revenue scale, which is my favorite point. My favorite side is how we're making money. We have to test. So the app is generally free with ads. However, we do offer 2 other tiers in ad, which is the plus tier and the premium tier. The plus tier provides for $5 per month, you can get free ad and access to content, financial content for your kids and games. For the premium, you have exclusive content from financial advisors in a way. That's how we plan to go about it. And it will only cost you $9.98. Moving on to the next. So also we plan to make money from collaboration with content creators and also from ads, which is what we have for the basic tier. So moving on to our expected business after 5 years. So in the next 5 years, we want to have access subscribers of about 60,000 and a total subscribers of 160,000. We'll be making a total of 1.3 accumulated benefits. And for our result, just to let you know, this was done with a 10%. We adopted a 10% conservative rate.
10 more seconds.
Okay, so for every dollar you invest into our product, you'll be making $3.63. We plan, and we're going to be breaking even in 2 years. Just to let you know, our return to revenue, our return on investment will be 263. So I'll pass it on back to Emmanuel so he can tell you what our roadmap is.
All right, this is all we have time for. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to Team PennyPath. Round of applause. And you can leave the slides on while we go to the questions. If you want to leave the slides on, we're going to pass it back to judges now. Let's go to Ali for any questions or comments. And by the way, thank you so much, Ali. He sent his questions in the chat. the Smart Stock team, I recommend that you put those questions, so you put your responses to these questions. Ali, what are your thoughts on PennyPath?
PennyPath, amazing. As a father of 5 kids, I'm definitely used apps like this in the past. I never stuck with one because I don't like RBC, and there's nothing but my dough out there. So here are my thoughts. Whenever we bring an application to a user base that is 5, 6, 7, 8 people that don't have money, the product, the customer is really the parent, right? And having those parents kind of subscribe to a product that can, how can I say this, that can be managed manually as a whiteboard on, on a wall, becomes a little bit complicated to sell. What I'm trying to say is it's an added complexity, especially if you're running a large family. My question here is, what can you provide the parent, or what are you guys thinking about? Because obviously you didn't share everything in the presentation. What are you guys thinking about are benefits to the parents about this? Now, obviously, yes, it will streamline the tracking. It will allow the parent to, be on top of things. It'll be a device with them. But I don't feel like that's enough. The parent needs something else. Like with my dough, it was the RBC cards. It was the bank cards. Having kids own their own bank cards was really important selling point for my dough. Just your thoughts around that, please.
Thank you
what else do you guys have for the parent? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Thank you for that, Ali. To that question, one of the things we discussed previously, we just couldn't integrate it based on the time we had, was having a digital wallet. So it's connected to the parent's card where they can put a specific amount and the child can spend it. But because when we did our research, we saw that parents also did not want to give their children cards because of fraud and things like that. So we thought having a digital wallet that the parents just put some money into and they can use it would be a better avenue. So that's our thinking around your question.
Great. And is that digital wallet, in a sense, is it like a purse that you spend from, or are you thinking about connecting it to investment platforms, for example, putting it away, getting some interest back on it?
Yes. So we were looking forward. We are looking to get into the side of investment, but right now it's more of a purse. That's what we want to start with. But in later quarters, we would like to do an investment type of situation.
Right. Great to hear that you guys are thinking about this.
All right.
Thank you.
Ali does have a hard stop, but we want her to catch the last team. So Ali, if you can stay for another 5 minutes, we can catch the last team. We're going to move on to the last team to present, and then we can then have you give feedback, and we can have the judges give final thoughts across all teams, and then we'll have the judges score. So without further ado, let's go to the last but not the least team for today. Let's make some noise for Team Afrohub. And also kudos for sure to Team PennyPath. Great product, great idea. So Afrohub, you're up.
Hi everyone, can you see my screen and hear me?
Yes, we can see and we can hear.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for sticking out this long. We appreciate your time. I'll get into it. So remember the feeling you had when you first moved into that new city or a new country? It can be overwhelming. As an African immigrant myself, I quickly realized how difficult it is to find Afro-Caribbean products and services that gives me a sense of home. What if you could bring the Afro-Caribbean experience to your everyday life with just a few clicks? That's where our platform comes in. Welcome to Afrohub, where you can embrace the vibes and shop the culture. My name is Tochi, and I'm the product manager for the team. Let me introduce you to the team. So here is the amazing team that has worked tirelessly to bring a solution to an everyday problem. What are the challenges here? We took surveys and based on the feedback, here are the core challenges. We realized that customers struggle to find Afro-Caribbean products and services around them, especially services. And when they do find these services, there's lack of variety. And on the vendor side, vendors rely on their personal network to get their customers, especially those who don't have a home front. Maybe they're breeding hair on the side. They don't, have that. And then limited support. There's limited support for them to thrive in the digital space. What is our solution? Our solution is Afrohub. And what does Afrohub offer? Well, Afrohub offers a one-stop shop where customers can find their Afro-Caribbean needs in one place. Global connection, bringing the customer and the vendors together, and then vendor support tools, user-friendly tools to create listings and manage customer relations. And then going to the key features here. So for our MVP, we wanted to concentrate on just users being able to register, to book, and to pay, and for vendors to be able to list their services for hairstyling, food and catering, and beauty and makeup, and also get paid. How does this work? Please watch the next videos that show how our platform works, that is fully functional on Bubble.
Meet Tola, who wants to book a hair braiding service on Afrohub. After signing up, she uses the search bar to filter by type, location, and date. She selects hairstyling category and enters braids in Toronto with a date and hits search. A new page with a variety of available services from different vendors appears based on her search. One service catches her eye, so she clicks on it and she's taken to a detailed booking page. Here, she reviews the vendor's information, reviews, ratings, chooses a time slot, and proceeds to check out. After entering her payment details, she clicks pay. A confirmation pop-up instantly appears, reassuring her that the transaction was successful. With a sense of satisfaction, she clicks OK, and her booking appears on her dashboard. Under Upcoming Bookings, Tola can easily communicate with the vendor after booking if needed. Meet Tola, who wants to book a hair braiding service.
Sorry, I don't know why this one's not playing.
Is there a second video or that's the end?
Yeah, there's a second video here. Just give me a few seconds.
You may have to click the right
If
icon.
you want, let me share my screen. I can play it.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Meet Nia.
Oh, you're right. There seems to be. One second.
Meet Nia, a student and skilled braider from Senegal, now living in Canada. Eager to expand her clientele, Nia turns to Afrohub. After signing up as a vendor on her personalized account page, she fills in her profile, adding her business name, type of business, locations, and a compelling description that highlights her unique style. Then save changes. Then Nia clicks on services from the left-hand panel. A new page opens up inviting her to add her first service. She clicks the Add a Service button. A form appears where she can enter the details, the service name, type, pricing, and even upload stunning pictures of her past work. Then she hits Save Service. A confirmation pops up letting her know that her account has been updated. Then Nia sets her working dates and time slots in the availability section, ensuring clients can easily book her services. With ease, she can preview, edit, or even remove her listings anytime with just a click. When clients book her services, Nia can manage her appointments from the bookings section and use the customer panel to communicate with clients, answer their questions, and confirm details.
Thank you for watching the video. I'll pass it on to our business analyst, James, now to take us on the financials and market opportunity.
Thank you, Tochi. So for our market opportunities, for the serviceable addressable market for this, we saw that we have about 500,000 population of the Black Afro-Caribbean population in the GTA region, and also a serviceable addressable obtainable market, which we're trying to obtain. About 25,000 of that population is what we're trying to target. Also, our revenue models. So we are charging a 10% commission per transaction that goes through our platform, sponsored digital ads, and also featured leads, listings, and paid productions from our vendors. For our financial metrics, we see that a projected ROI of 199.41%, and also a net benefit of 4.04 million, which is a pretty healthy benefit for over 5 years. For competitive analysis, we see that we're charging a 10% commission for every transaction that goes through our platform, which is significantly less than our competition, our competitors. We didn't find any direct competitors because this is a niche market. We're focusing on the Afro-Caribbean community, so which is why we think it's a huge market to capture, because there's no direct competition in that sector right now. So it's a huge time to launch this product. But so far from our indirect and semi-direct competitors, we're offering a less percentage for commission, which in turn makes our product service offerings more available for our users. And we have 3 categories also that we are launching with product, our food category, our hairstyling category, and our beauty and makeup category, which is comparatively more than what the competitors offer right now. And also cultural authenticity and a taste of home, whilst our competition is more transactional. I'll hand over now to Tochi to take us through the product roadmap.
Thank you so much, James, for that insight. So I'll just go quickly on the roadmap on the Q1, which is MVP. We just want users to be able to search, book, and pay for a service, and vendors to be able to list their services. And then we are launching a web app with that's going to be mobile responsive. And now the Q2, we want to expand the customer base, and then we're going to launch a mobile app for the iOS and the Android. Q3, we want to expand the business and add more service categories. And the Q4, we want to collaborate more with influencers and and host community event. And then we launched a wait list, and this is the response we got from about 30 people on how they want to use our platform. Speed. So I invite you all to join the hub, join in empowering Afro-Caribbean vendors and connecting customers to Afro-Caribbean flavors, beauty, and culture. Thank you so much for listening. We'll take the questions now.
All right, thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause to Team Afrohub. I'm seeing lots of great comments in the chat. Love the energy. If you haven't shared a comment or a thought, you can feel free to share your thoughts. With that being said, I will go to Dakwa to share his thoughts on the team Afrohub.
Yeah, thank you, Team Afrohub. Absolutely love it. I really like the design, the presentation. I really like how you focused on an MVP and you didn't try to do too much. You just really kept it small. And I know this is a very apparent problem. I know countless times my mom, my sister, they struggle to find people to do their hair and stuff in London, UK. So I can't wait for it to come to London. But yeah, great job, guys. Really like what you've done.
All right. Let's go to Ali then. Thank you, Dakwa.
I just want to start off by saying, Tochi, you're amazing. Your presentation skills are amazing, spot on, right? And I can immediately feel the brand voice, the brand colors. What are you trying to achieve? Immediately from the first few slides, you communicated that very, very well, right? Now, somebody put in the comments that we should marry you with some other ideas here. I completely agree. There is potential energy in there or synergy for you to work on multiple paths, and you did show that in your slides. I don't really have any questions for you. It's a point solution system at this stage, which is the right approach. People go chase platforms all the time, and platforms, as you know, is a collection of tools, and it can get quite messy and it takes a long time to ramp up. I love the focus and where you're going with this, right? I just wish, my only wish was that you translated some of your brand styling and voice in the application a little bit more, so that feeling of authenticity, belonging stays with the user as they are looking at the screens and the applications and so on. I think spot on with that. Great job.
Thank you, Ali. Ali, if you put the scores on a document for all the teams. So
yes, I will do that right now.
Doc,
give me a few seconds
to speak on PennyPath. I wanted to know if you had any questions back for PennyPath or any comments there, since we have some more time now.
No, I really like the PennyPath solution as well. My questions have been asked was around, okay, now you're giving I guess this money to the kids, but how do they spend the money? You know, are you giving them a card? You know, so that was my first concern.
Sorry, Tony needs to mute. Sorry, Doc, go ahead. I'll mute them.
Yeah. Second concern was I've lost my train of thought.
Hi, baby.
Yes, yeah, so that would be my main question there.
The question is how do they spend the money, right?
To spend the money, yes.
All right, any one from PennyPath want to address that? If you guys are still around. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think Juliet. Okay, go ahead. You can come back.
Sorry, if I understand your question is how will they spend the money? So we decide to partner with a brand. So we're looking to partner with either PayPal or there's a financial company. There's a financial brand with SkillHat. So we're planning to partner with them so the kids are able to redeem, be able to use the money. So that's where the wallet app, the wallet comes in. So in that way, we're not really per se responsible when it comes to, because you have to be licensed for it. So we're already in talking terms in order to see how we can partner with PayPal and so.
Okay, thank you. And with that being said, let's just give every single team today, especially round 2, a round of applause. All right. So to the audience, same thing, same gig. If you look in the chat, tell us, who do you want to spend your money with? Who do you want to take your money? Who do you think was your favorite product today for round 2 specifically? Smart Stock, PennyPath, or Afrohub? Put it in the chat. While that's happening, okay, we do need to take a break. I need to connect with the judges, look at their scores, and tally it. So do give us 5 minutes. Who would like to volunteer to play some music for us while we wait? Anyone? I know Renata typically helps with stuff like this. So Renata, you can coordinate or help somebody else play some music, or you guys can have a chat. In the time, I will move Ali and Dakball into a breakout room. Okay, so we will come back in 5 minutes. Thank you. So in that time as well, remember to put your vote based on the link. Okay, so Dakball, if you guys, Dakball and Ali, if you guys could join the breakout room, please. Thank you.
Mama Sheba, come back on. Take me the start to the paragon. Start to the halagon. Cause you know say my people they calagon. Oh no, my power. As I hating on us, make we bring your more. I'll be my that's all. Cause you know say I come from Taco. That's why I'm a jago. Start to the dance, I'm the gago. Money to lago. I go show you say bounce and to lago. Cause I be city boy. And I said they for the fa Colorado. Breakfast don't foul. Me penny muja come. As you are champagne bamboo. I can see you from the ghetto. Get girls from uptown. That's the life of the city. Oh yeah, yeah. Demo. Oh yeah, yeah. Jello. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Another banger.
Come here, wait in the water, you. Green body make I rock on, yeah. I know you seen your me. I get the money pass your papa. Wait till you one way I don't feel do for you. Why you want the boogan one? Share you be kiss than any. You better drop your body and move suck up. Suffer with this body. Make we run, I'm on a low key. Baby, you know me. They get us to go move where you no go. Breathe. Come make a drive your come make a drive this so jalo. Baby, allow me. Tip you off with the allow me. See body, oh. See body, oh. Egg by me, oh. Need the pussy, my bololo. Need the pussy, my bololo. Please help me, oh. Me, I don't jam waiting, but come here, waiting the water. Green body make a rock on, yeah. I know you seen your me. I get the money pass your papa. Wait till you one way I don't feel too for you. Why you want the boogan one? Share you be kiss than any. You better drop your body and move. You to the phone with this love for 15, baby, and let me. I get the bounce for you. You want the do like say, night I know the end. You to the steep, they do like say your waist know the end. You know the and then you follow my command, baby, do like I do, baby, front and back, give me boom back a boom. So good, suffer with this body, make we run, I'm on a low key, baby, you know me. They get us to go move where you no go. Breathe, come make a drive your, come make a drive this so jalo. Baby, allow me, tip you off with the allow. Come here, waist in the water, you. Green body make a rock on, yeah. I know you seen your me. I get the money pass your papa. Wait till you one way I know feel do for you. Why you want the booga one? Share you be kiss than any.
The way you hold my waist, I like I see they go. Can't dance to save myself, but see how side they roll. Beauty pleasures I take part in those. Disconnect the internet, cause I'm feeling intellectual. And I can't tell you're feeling the pressure. And I can't tell you're feeling the tension. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. I can't tell your skill is precious. You can't change the whole direction. You move your legs like this and that. You can't drive away depression. Oh my ways, oh my ways, oh my ways. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go. Oh my ways, oh my ways, oh my ways. I like I see they go. Baby, I like I see they go.
Big ways, 5 days. I never lie for you. I don't place for you. I'ma get a dog base for you. Follow me, make we chop life for Dubai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You dey put me for high tension. This one, I'm my confession. We go do holiday for Mumbai. Anything you want, girl, I go buy. You dey put me for high tension. This one, I'm my confession. You got me like high up in that cloud. I wanna love you
it's me. Nobody will know the paranoia. Cause I put a smile on my face. A facade you can never face. And if you don't know me well, you won't see how buried I am inside my grave. Inside my grave. Cause you see people don't really know you. They don't really know you. Cause you see people, they don't really know you. They don't really know. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, I got red and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Now did you notice me? Oh, holy father.
All right.
Holy father, they drive home.
Hey, it's lit. All right. Thank you so much. And teams, if you want to come on video, if you presented today, if your team presented today, this is your time to shine. Come on video if you'd like, so that we can see you. We're gonna announce the winners today. So we had over 60 plus audience members ish vote on round 2. And so today, the winner of our audience vote for round 2 is, drum roll, Afrohub. Let's give Afrohub a round of applause at 51% of the audience vote. Congratulations to Afrohub. Second place at 36% of the audience vote is PennyPath, right? And then third place is Smart Stock. Okay. So kudos to all the teams on so again, the winner of the audience vote round 2 is Afrohub, and audience vote round 1 I do believe was HiHenrietta. Yeah, I actually already forgot. No, who on audience vote?
It was Flyvest.
I'm so sorry.
Please. Flyvest.
I got that old man dad memory coming to me. I apologize. So many teams, my mistake. I apologize for that. It was Flyvest in round 1. Thank you. So before we share the judges' scoring, I wanted to start with Dakwan and Ali. Just any final thoughts on what you saw today? Encourage the teams, share your perspective as a builder and founder yourself. Start with Dakwan. We'll go to Ali before we announce final judge votes.
Yeah, no. I think for me, I was really impressed with the output of the different teams. To know that you did all of this in just a 9-10 week window. From validating, surveying the market, coming up with the idea, the designs, to development. I understand most of the teams coded it out from start to finish, so very impressive work. I believe if you do decide to take this further into a business, I do think that you could see some success. So just want to encourage the team to continue, and great job, guys.
Thank you. Ali.
Yeah, I want to say that I'm really impressed by everything that I've seen, especially in a short amount of time. I think everyone that presented today has a viable product they can take to market. But I just want to remind everyone, it's not about the product, right? The product does play a role. It is how you bring it to the customer. It is about your marketing. It is about your brand voice, who you want to be, where you want to be. And that's what makes a great product. Many people sell bad products and they make millions of dollars. So just be mindful of that. Brand voice, identity, who you are, where you want to be.
Okay, thank you. And with that, the third place today of the audience, of the judges scoring is number 3. The third is PennyPath. Let's give PennyPath a round of applause for coming in number 3. I'll tell you, as of this morning at 8 a.m., PennyPath was all over the place. No shade to them. Their demo was not right. It was not where it was meant to be. I gave them some more coaching 8 a.m. this morning. You turn it around, and they came here to do well. So kudos to them. Number two. Okay, number 2. So by the way, PennyPath scored 7.43 out of 10. Number 2, at 7.5 out of 10 is HiHenrietta. Make some noise for HiHenrietta at number 2. And for number 1, who do you guys think is number 1 today? Put it in the chat, actually. Who do you guys think got the highest score at 8.58 out of 10? for number one. All right, and for number one, drum roll, at 8.58 out of 10, today is Afrohub. Let's make some noise for Afrohub. Afrohub today wins $1,000. Afrohub today wins $1,000 in cash from SkillHat to be utilized for your product, your hosting, and all the costs to launch your product. So congrats. Just to say a few more things, a lot of teams scored really high, specifically 3 teams. Flyvest, specifically, Smart Stock, and PennyPath had originally really high scores on product depth, but we adjusted because you guys had shown Figma designs and UI versus teams like FlexSpace and Afrohub who fully built it out on Bubble or coded it out. And so that is something I wanted to mention as to your scores, but I'll let you guys see your scores. 7.42 for FlexSpace. So FlexSpace is crazy. They had 7.42. They were that close to coming, I think third. The team above them had 7.43. That's how tight it was. 7.42 at FlexSpace, 7.5 at HiHenrietta, 5.67 for Kasuwa, 6.61 for Flyvest. Remember, we adjusted your scores because of you hadn't finished coding it out. 6.5 for Smart Stock, 7.4 for PennyPath, and 8.58 for Afrohub. Okay. With that being said, we'll let Afrohub, the team, give a celebratory acceptance speech on winning number one today at Demo Day.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I'm trying to find words, but thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the votes. Thank you for believing in the product and our design. I'll tell you something. When we started Afrohub, right? When we started as a group, for the first 2 weeks, we didn't even have a designer. We didn't have a developer. We just, came together and tried to, make it work. Just to see that at the end of the day, it paid off huge. That's great. We're excited. Everybody's in high spirits, and thank you so much. And thank you, SkillHat, for this opportunity. Amazing. Thank you.
Fantastic. I just wanted to give the coaches a chance to shout out themselves. We'll be out of here in 5-ish minutes. Do we have Coach Osawi or Coach Aki or Coach Josh or Coach Toby in the room?
Sorry, let me quickly shout out to Coach Akin too. Amazing. He really did a great job. And then Sawi was always also giving us like the props and what to do for the next thing and how to improve. Shout out to all of you. Thank you so much.
All right. Fantastic. I just wanted to give you guys updates. So we have a few folks in the room who want to join the fun. If you want to be a part of the next cohort of the Tech Career Accelerator with SkillHat, it's open. We start next week, Friday. So we're not taking any breaks, back-to-back cohorts. We start the next cohort next week, Friday, September 6th. So if you have already completed training in coding or design or product or BA or Scrum, and you want to perfect that role and launch a product that's your own, go to skillhat.ca/accelerator and you can be a part of the program starting next cohort. If you have not been trained in these roles and you want to become a product manager or a designer or a developer, take on a SkillHat's bootcamp programs in business analysis, Agile project management, no-code bubble software development with AI, product design or product management at skillhat.ca/courses. Okay, and also, if you are an entrepreneur in the room or a founder, or you want to be a founder, I'd love to help you launch your business through the accelerator. You can come in as a founder and we'll staff you with a team to build your next product. So go to skillhat.ca/foundershub. That's skillhat.ca/foundershub. Again, if you want to join the program as a developer, etc., skillhat.ca/accelerator. If you have not been trained, you want to learn for the first time, skillhat.ca/courses. And if you are an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur and have a team build out your product, skillhat.ca/foundershub.